Have you ever sat across from a male friend, a colleague, or even your partner and tried to explain that invisible weight you carry at work? You describe the way you were talked over in a meeting or how you have to calibrate your tone 5 times before hitting send on an email. You look at them hoping for that spark of recognition, but instead you get, well, maybe you're just overthinking it, or just be more assertive next time. But in that moment, the gap between you feels like an ocean. And this is where the disconnect actually feels. We speak to them because we love them. We want them to understand the world we navigate. But here is the hard truth. Would they? Can they truly understand it? The reality is they move through a world that was designed for men. They don't have to spend energy wondering their passion will be labeled as emotional or if their silence will be mistaken for a lack of executive presence. It's not that they don't care, it's that they cannot feel the weight of the backpack they've never had to wear. I used to think that if I just found the right words, I could make them see it. I mean, I am a communication specialist, am I not? But it doesn't happen because they don't get it, do they? I realize that my mission with the Infinite Shakti isn't about waiting for external validation or perfect understanding from the outside. It's about building a foundation within ourselves so strong that we no longer need the world to agree with our experience for it to be real. We can love our partners and cherish our male friends, but we must also have a circle, a space with other women where the explanation just isn't necessary, where a single look says, I know, I've been there, I see you. You don't need to exhaust yourself trying to build a bridge to someone who isn't standing on the same riverbank. Instead, lean into your own power. Find the people who speak your language without a translator, because when we stop looking for permission to feel what we feel, that is when we truly begin to transform. And that's what we do here. And let's be clear about one thing. When we talk about spaces for women in leadership, people often try to domesticate the conversation. They call it a support group. They treat it like a social hour. People call it hen pens and kitty parties. But the Infinite Shakti is not a kitty party. It is not a social club. This is serious business. When we talk to our male colleagues or partners about the challenges we face, we aren't looking for a shoulder to cry on. We are identifying systemic friction. We are talking about the broken rung on the corporate ladder. We are talking about the double bind of being too much or not enough. We are talking about the measurable impact that being misunderstood has on a woman's career, trajectory, and a company's bottom line. Our friends and partners may care for us deeply, but they aren't in the arena with us. They don't see the strategy that is required to navigate a room that wasn't built for us. My mission is to give you the tools to command that room, not through tips and tricks, but through a fundamental transformation of your unspoken authority. We focus on the AAA method because it is a blueprint for presence, not a suggestion. We are here to talk about power, about equity, and about the evolution of leadership. If the people in your life don't understand the depth of that, it's because they've never had to fight for the space you're currently claiming. Have they? How would they understand? We aren't here to be nice. We're here to be effective. If you are ready to stop explaining yourself to people who don't speak your language and start leading with the force of your own Infinite Shakti, then you are in the right place. And this is where the real work happens.